Right, Dave. There's a couple of things here I want you to have a look at. Now, there's a link between the man who won these and yourself.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what it is. Just up the road here, there's a gym that used to be obviously was a church some years ago. And in the wall of that gym, there's a plaque in memory of this man who died only a few years ago. Yeah. One of the most respected men in this area. If you look at the plaque, his name's spelt Halpin, Terry Halpin, but his actual known as Terry Alpine. That was he was a boxer, and that's how he was known. Now, Terry was 4 times National Code Board champion.
Yeah.
He turned professional, but the thing that he's remembered for in this area in particular is a bare knuckle fight that he had with a local traveller.
Yeah.
Just down the road here, and I think most of the population of this village went down to watch it.
Yeah.
And the fight ended with Terry damaging his hand so badly he couldn't continue, which is something that I'm sure you're familiar with yourself, like. And a bit later on, before you go on, I'd like to just show you the plaque, like. But the thing about this man is, through his boxing career, he boxed a lot of top fighters. I think he was a contender for the British title at one time, and he fought a man called Ken Buchanan.
Scotsman.
One of the best Scottish fighters that's in history.
Yeah.
And Ken Buchanan fought Roberto Duran.
That's right, yeah.
And you fought Roberto Duran.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so what's it, I mean, to get in with men of that level, Dave, what's that?
Yeah,
What does that entail?
I was telling a story the other day to a guy who were on about Roberto Duran, and I said, I fought him and things, and he said, wow, he said, you must have been really chuffed that you were going in with a guy. Well, I said, well, yeah, me and my friend used to watch him all the time. He was one of our heroes, but one of my heroes was Marvin Hagler.
Yeah.
And when I got there in Africa, fought him in Africa, when I go in the ring, I was saying again, I don't bother, I'm whatever, but I looked at ringside, and there Marvin Hagler. I thought, wow, Marvin Hagler. But the other thing was, when Duran got in the ring, I wanted to go over to him and cuddle him and say, you're my hero, you're my hero, do you know what I mean? And but getting in with people like what you see on telly and you're thinking, wow, would I'd love to meet them. And then it was a dream come true for me to go and fight that man, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And things, but meeting people, I think I met 3 people who fought Muhammad Ali, do you know what I mean? And things like that. I met Mike Tyson. I met loads of different people, these famous people. But like we were just saying, to jump in with somebody who's been your hero, and one of your heroes, and you look at it, you think, wow, I remember growing up watching him and thinking, early hours in the morning getting up was terribly different then. And to think, one of your heroes, and then next minute is in opposite side of the ring to you, and you want to fight him.
But like I said, this guy, he was, he was held in that sort of esteem in this area. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the strange thing is that if you talk to the older generation in this area about Terry Alpine, the one thing they'll remember is the bare knuckle fight he had down there. The fact he fought Ken Buchanan, one of the best fighters in the world, like, you know what I mean?
We talked about first is the knuckle.
That's, you know what I mean? That wouldn't come straight, but the fact that he fought bare knuckle down here and everybody went to watch it, that's one of the things that is remembered for. So it just shows you how that sort of thing lives with people. Like I said, with the fight with you and McCordy, the middle fight, I've told the lads time and time again and said, that should have been filmed. That was the greatest bare knuckle fight I've ever seen. Yeah. And I know one of my pals, Terry, who's sitting in the room with us now, we went and watched the fight down there when Terry Alpine fought down here. And
you see, back then it's something you don't see every day. You know what I mean? And to say, we're going to watch a man fight, but very big turnout and things like that. And I would have thought police would have shied away from that, knowing let this happen. Like, do you know what I mean?
Well, the guy we fought, I mean, he was a traveller. He was well known in this area. Yeah. A man called Albert Smith, and he was a good boxer in his own right, like was Albert. But he was a very rugged bare knuckle fighter, and and Terry, who's sitting here with us now, like he as I say, he witnessed it, and he said Terry Alpine had Albert down 3 or 4 times, and in a boxing bout would have probably been counted out, but under the bare knuckle rules, obviously, you get a longer count. He made the count and carried on and carried on and carried on, and in the end, Terry bust his hands that bad, like that, you know, he ended up pulling out, losing the fight, like. But you know what? When I saw that, when I first come down here, and I saw that plaque, and I thought, you know, what a great thing, like, for a man like that to be remembered, you know, to be remembered in this community. But you know, like yourself, the same thing. I mean, you fought 4 times world champion in Roberto Duran.
Yeah.
But to most of the people I know, if I mention your name,
they'll talk.
they know the bare knuckle side. They
know the bare knuckle side.
They remember more of the bare knuckle side than 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 that. So it just shows that you know how much people think about that. Just to get, in all fairness, Steve, to get in the ring gloved up is one thing. To get in the ring and fight just in bare knuckles or just in wraps.
Thing is as well, I had problems throughout my career, through my boxing career. I were always fit, you know, I were always fit and things. But if I got too hot in that ring, it used to kill me. You know, I'd just drain all my energy away. And in a boxing ring, if you've been in the boxing ring and you get to 6th, 7th round there and you're tiring, the heat can do a lot to you. And I never even get a second thought. Obviously, when they asked me to fight Duran, straight away answer was yeah, do you know what I mean? And I went to fight him, but then when I landed there in Africa, and I got off at plane, I've been abroad, but the heat was just unbelievable. And I think you'll see in that last round, I've held Duran. I look at my corner, I'm saying, how long's left? And he said to me, 15, which so what, 15 seconds? I didn't want to hear that. I wanted to hear 1 second.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, that 15 seconds, I thought, oh no. It was a lifetime, you know what I mean? So I got, even though I was fighting a man who was a world champion at 4 different weights, who was one of the best fighters I've ever fought in my life, but I got the heat on me as well, do you know what I mean? And plus it was, then again it was short notice. I found out on the Monday, I think it was Monday morning, and I was flying to Africa then that night. So I wasn't really as fit as what I should have been or preparing, but that's what I've done with a lot of my fights. You know, a couple of days notice, and even on nights notice, going to fights and lads' opponents not turning up. So I said, well, I'll jump in with him. You know.
So when you went over there, like, how long did you get to acclimatise then?
I landed at finish up. By the time I got over here and everything, I think it was Wednesday morning when I got to my hotel. So I got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and fought him Saturday. And that, so I got. Not
nowhere near long enough to acclimatise.
Well, that was plenty of notice in my in my career. But yeah, I didn't have that much notice at all. Like, you know what I mean? But he was 46. I was 27, I think. But I've never been hit as hard as that, or in with anybody. When you say professional, you get your professionals who can hit you. What the thing with Duran was his timing was perfect. He knew when to hit me and when not to hit me. You know what? So when you fire your jab, every time my jab come back, bang, I'd have a right hand on me. Do you know what I mean? Plus he hit me low. He got warned, and referee at finish up said, one more time you stop.
Yeah, he was known for throwing.
Yeah, but I don't think he would have stopped him anyway. But he busted wall of my stomach. I had an operation afterwards. But yeah, he did hit me low a good few times.
I've seen him in several fights where he got warned about low punching, like he was, you know.
But then after the fight, then, as I say, same old day, right for the gentleman, we shaking hands and drink afterwards. And then I've met him, I think maybe 4 times now, 5 times.
I come up to the pub when you had him over.
Yeah, he opened gym for me, and like I said, that was another thing you were saying about this guy here. Yeah. All village come out, well, Emsworth were jam-packed, they were full because Roberto Ramo coming to the village, you know what I mean? And well, you were amazing.
Unbelievable when he walked through the door, mate, weren't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I do think a lot of fight fans who love boxing in the village in Emsworth will always remember that day, you know, because to know who that man was. Do you know what I mean? He come to our village, he come and opened the gym, and it were brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, through my association with you, I met Roberto Duran and also got in ring with Joe Frazier.
Yeah.
You know, I got the photo,
Yeah.
still got the photo. In fact, I let the lads here the other week look at the photos
Yeah.
of it, like. So,
That's
you know.
it. Smoking Joe, sorry, he come to the gym as well,
That's
didn't
right,
he?
yeah.
Yeah, I've had a lot. One of my heroes come to the gym, Steve Collins, and I did like Steve Collins. He was brilliant, and they got phone calls saying, "You'll come to the gym." It was brilliant. Tim Witherspoon. We had a good Roy Jones Jr. As well. We had a good few people at that gym, and it's nice to have people. Do you know what I mean? Same myself fighting Duran, but when would you ever think you'd ever meet Duran? So it was nice for people like to come to the village and things. It were good.
I tell you what, Dave. You know, there's one thing I would like in the future, you to be held in the same esteem as this guy here. You know, where you in your area you're remembered for what you've done and what you've achieved, mate. Now I know it's the end of your fighting career now. You've told me it's the end of your fighting career, but listen, every Wednesday we come here and we sing on karaoke, right?
Well, if I come, sung the
Well,
few
this is what I'm
fights.
going to have a word with you because look, I've heard you sing, mate, and having heard you sing, I think let's go and have another look at you on that punch bag, mate.
I'm all right if you're deaf.
Yeah, Dave, this is the man who I was telling you about, who you never met, but had a lot in common
Yeah,
with yourself. In that he was, as it tells you, he was 4 times NCB boxing champion. He was a very good high-level professional, but he was also known for his bare knuckle fight that he had just down the road here. So quite a bit in common with you.
Yeah, that's lovely what they've done for him, isn't it?
So that's it just shows you the sort of respect the man was held in this area, for that to be done. And it's hopefully somewhere in Emsworth there'll be one to you in the long distant future.
They've got one in police window saying wanted this man.
It's not exactly the same thing,
No,
mate.
no, but that is beautiful,
It is.
beautiful.
It is.
Yeah,
Real tribute to the man.
yeah, fair play to him. Yeah, fair play.